welcome to week 13 of Fine Arts. This week we'll be learning about the artwork of master artist Giotto. Giotto was born in northern Italy around 1267 AD to a poor peasant family. As a boy, he worked tending sheep. While he was out watching them, he would sketch pictures on stone slabs to pass the time. A passing artist happened to see one of Giotto's pictures and was so impressed by his talent, he decided to take him on as an apprentice. Through this apprenticeship, he learned how to make his own art supplies, including paint. The paint he used was called egg paint or egg tempera. It was made by mixing pigments made of finely ground minerals, plants, animal parts, or insects with egg yolk and water. The water gave the pigments fluidity, and the protein from the egg would bond the paint to the surface. Colors like red and yellow ochre came from the minerals in clay. Carmine came from the blood of certain insects. Charcoal was used to make black pigment. Turmeric root was made for yellow, and there was even a brown color that was made from the flesh of Egyptian mummies. Today we're going to be making our own egg paint, but we will be using crushed chalk as our pigments. But first, let's talk about some of Giotto's art and the techniques that he used. Here's a painting that he made called Saint Francis Preaching to the Birds. Can you take it up closer, Cora? Hold it up, it's falling over. And another one called The Flight into Egypt, which shows Mary and Joseph fleeing with baby Jesus from King Herod. And you can see another one here called The Kiss of Judas. Rose, can you show us that one? You have to go up there, okay? You can see that many of his subjects were religious in nature. His most famous artwork are the panels of Scrovini Chapel. And you can see tiny details in his artwork, like the expressions on people's faces, the folds in their clothes. And you can see that they're very proportional to their surroundings and very lifelike. This technique is called realism. And he uses many different colors which result in vibrant paintings with a lot of depth. So even though they're painted on a flat surface, we see them as three-dimensional. Thanks to his God-given talent and hard work, many people consider Giotto the father of the Renaissance. Think about how you can include Giotto's elements of realism as you create your very own egg tempera artwork. We're going to go ahead and make our own paint. Your kit should include both crushed and whole chalk, like this, an egg carton, and eggs, and printed images, like these. You will also need paintbrushes, a container for your egg mixture, and water. If you have a mortar and pestle at home, you can try using one to crush your own pigments. You can also try using other items that you find around your house, like a rolling pin and a plastic bag, or an old bowl and a rounded stone. We're going to go ahead and demonstrate how to crush the chalk using a mortar and pestle. We're going to place one color of chalk in each mortar, and we are going to go ahead and pound it gently to break it into smaller pieces. Go ahead.
Can I use this one?
Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pound it into smaller pieces. once we have all of our pieces ground down, or if you're not going to grind your own, just use your chalk powder. You're going to place one color of chalk in each well of the egg carton, okay? Then we're going to take an egg. We're going to crack it into a bowl.
Small and clean.
Mm-hmm. Oh. It's all right. And separate the yolk from the white. We're going to be using the egg yolk and not the white, so you can just throw away the egg white. Right. Okay, and then to our egg yolk, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cool or cold water. Don't use hot or you will cook your egg. And then we're going to mix until it's frothy and there aren't any streaks that are darker or lighter colored. Okay? All right, after you do that, you are going to take 1 spoonful of your egg mixture at a time and add it to your pigment and mix thoroughly until you have a smooth, runny paint, okay? And you're just gonna repeat that with every color that you have, okay? And now you can use your paint to try out the elements of realism that Giotto developed on your pre-printed images, or if you have a thick cardstock paper, you can try designing your own. Have fun, you guys. Here's some of our finished projects. Hope these give you some ideas and some ways to incorporate realism into your own projects.